Hi, it's Jane. Thought I would show you how I go about doing my different books that I'm using throughout the year. And I don't believe in spending a whole lot of money. This basically is some cardstock that's blue that I've glued onto the front cover and onto the back of a very simple one of those composition notebooks that I got probably last year that ran me about 25 cents. Now, I don't care for the black on the outside of that. So, I'm going to pull off a strip of duct tape. Put that on top of that side there. Let me turn this around so you can see what I'm doing. And basically I'm just cutting down here. Ooh! Got the bad scissors. And need to straighten that one out. So I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm simply going to fold it over to the other side. And I got that off a little bit. So I'm going to need to pull it a little tighter. Actually, I'm going to pull that off and get it a little straighter. Right on that edge right there. And then fold it over to the other edge and tape it down. And I've got a project book to go. And then you're simply just going to take your scissors and cut right around the top of that. And that little piece can get thrown away. And then we'll cut this right off. You'll notice these are curved scissors. These are my extra pair of embroidery scissors. Can't find my straight scissors that cut well. So I'm just going to use that. And then that book is ready to go. And I don't look for perfection. So that book's ready to go for projects. And now I need to get my regular notebook for the Scraptastic yarns ready. And it's just a regular notebook. And I did decide that I'm going to do something along this line. But I'm going to put some pretty stock paper over it. And I've got a nice big stack here, different colors. And I think I'm going to use that green. There. Green is one of my favorite colors. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up that notebook. And line up that edge right there with the spiral part. And I'm going to trace around it with my X-Acto knife. And I'm basically going to do the same thing along this edge. Now, I am not a big fan of a lot of glue, so many times I use just double-sided tape. So I'll just take a couple pieces of tape, lay them down, and you'll notice I don't have a ton of those fancy supplies that a lot of people have. I used to, and then I got rid of them, and yeah. Because there's these fancy guns that you can take, and they'll roll that tape out just perfect for you. But then again, those adhesives are a little more expensive than I like to spend. And I find this works just as well. I don't make cards. I don't do a lot of that I used to do. So I'd gotten rid of a lot of those things that I had. Gave them to someone who actually used them. Now, one of the things I do is I do run glue up along this edge. And in between my stripes of tape. But I don't like wet glues because you have to wait for them to dry. Find that works just as well. Now, I'm not a very good straight cutter. You might say that I am straight challenged. Is that even a word, guys? And I could probably use the ruler, but I don't worry too much about it. I get that first cut going, so I have it out of the way. And then I proceed to do as best I can that way. And then I'll cut this end. As you know, this is the picture that I took a couple of years ago when I first started my channel. And I think I want to score this a little bit around here. So that I cut it along there. And then I'm going to find a place that I like to put it, and I'm going to glue it down. Yep, you heard me, glue it down. And because I use that dryer glue, I don't have to worry about letting it dry. Now, this certainly can be Mod Podged, and I will do that later, because you got to put a layer of paper protection between it, you know, between your cover and here. I generally use parchment paper or wax paper. Had a hard time thinking about it. I also do the back cover, but what you will notice is that edge is off of there, and I like that part because that will help keep this notebook from being so closed in. The only other thing is I do have a little tape right there, and I need to trim it. And so I'll do the back corner as well, and then it'll be ready to go. The very first page in this journal for this year's Scraptastic Yarns is going to have, I'll put my intentions here, and probably a couple of other things. And then I'll start with just calendar dates. No, I'm not going to draw in the calendar yet. I just put January, February, March on each page through December. And then I leave an extra page for review. And then I will go and take across both of these and I'll draw a calendar and leave notes over here. The calendar that I put in here for each month is simply to help me with filming and keeping track of things that I'm doing during the week. But I thought I'd just give you a little hint about what that is. I do leave a couple of pages after each calendar, probably about 4, for making notes, like, you know, for the shows, whatever it is. Like today's was Scraptastic 78. I would put Scraptastic Yarns 78 and what I discussed in it, the stories I covered, and the projects I showed. Because I'm getting to the point, I'm getting old, can't remember. So, yeah, that's basically it. And then I'll use a lot of stickers of all kinds. Like sticker books. That's another paper pad that I can use to decorate pages. And actually I'll use that on one of the other smaller notebooks I have for my Bible study and then for my prayer notebook. I also get one of these smaller ones so that I can keep it in my purse with me or my project bag, so that if someone asks me, you know, about praying for somebody, I can write a list for that, or if there's things I need to remember to put somewhere else, I'll put it in that book. I think a lot of people call those travel journals. I don't know. On my prayer journal, I got this nice wall sticker. Couldn't find a lion, so I thought I would put the tiger because that's a power animal as well. And there's a lot of power in prayer. And you can use these to decorate the fronts of your notebooks, whatnot. And then throughout, I've even used cards to decorate, like the front of a card. And then I have a lot of stickers, different kind of stickers here, there, whatnot. I'll show you one of the cards that I had planned on using for my Bible study. And that's this card, which says God is good all the time. And I'm going to put that on the front of the journal for my Bible study journal. I just thought I would share a little bit about that. I know Mama Llama had showed hers, and I thought, you know, might as well show a little bit of mine. I do other things besides crochet and knit. And then, of course, there's the lovely washi tape that can go with anything and everything, and I've got a bunch here, there, and whatnot. I do have lots of markers to play with, and I do play with them sometimes for the front. I also have some gel pens around here and some highlighters that I use. But, yeah, I just thought I'd show you a little bit about what I'm doing today. It's snowing outside where we're at, and it's pretty steady snow. It says we're going to get 2/10 of an inch, but we've already surpassed that in the snow. So, anyway, just one of those lazy days, and I thought I'd give you a look at it. All right, guys. See you again Thursday.